So, today I experienced something in my store that didn't make me feel proud about being a part of my local community. Yes, people, Bassi Vlogs tuning in. Today I want to talk to you about a very sensitive topic, bullying, and the 8 tips that I can offer you to help you if you're being bullied. The reason I wanted to talk about this was because I witnessed some bullying in the shop. Some little kid getting bullied in the shop, no good, didn't like it, didn't tolerate it, it got dealt with, yeah? And at the end of the day, bullying is not acceptable, especially in the 20th century. Brings me back to my childhood. Did I get bullied? Yeah, a little bit. Now you gotta remember, I'm not a tall guy, I'm like, what, 5'2", whatever. 4'9", I ain't even counting the inches. I'm a short dude, and I was a fat dude. I had glasses. You know what Indian mums are like, they buy you clothes 2 sizes too big. So I had all that dramas going on. Started school, rucksack way too big, covered the whole of my back, had them troubles. Started school, I was blessed, I had a lot of family and friends help me throughout school life. I didn't get bullied at school. I used to get bullied by the milkman. I used to open up the shop in the mornings and the milkman used to come in every morning, and what did he used to say? Morning, short ass! Walk in, all chubby dude, funny hair, scream it off the top of his voice. Used to ruin me. I'll be there serving girls, yeah? Just bearing in mind you're a teenager and you're just trying to serve girls, and he comes in and calls you that in front of all these girls, starts giggling and stuff. Didn't help my confidence, yeah? But I dealt with it. I understood what the situation was. I realised from a young age that he's got some insecurities. How dare him call me short ass, yeah? When he ain't that tall himself, yeah? So I'll get to that anyway with the 8 tips. So I confronted him and I squared him up and I looked him in his eye and I said, "Hey, milkman, he calling me short ass." Obviously that did absolutely nothing because he just called me short ass again. Ain't happening, ain't having it, ain't gonna go down. Not on my Nelly, not on my watch. Nah. So I found a way to resolve my problems. He works for a company that I can make a phone call to. I told my mum and dad they weren't interested. In fact, they were so old school, they probably thought it might toughen me up. Yeah, I rang Dairy Crest up. Said, "Listen, milkman keeps calling me short ass." Squashed it, didn't call me short ass anymore. Dealt with it, done. I didn't really get bullied at school, and I'd be lying if I said I did, because I was very cool. Yeah. Only from year 10 onwards. Before that, they used to call me Fat Cherry. I was very rounded. The only way I can describe how I looked was the fat one from Goonies. See that? The only way I can describe it. Happy heart, fat belly. I want to talk to you about 8 tips to help overcome bullying. Tip number 1, you need to understand bullying. If you understand bullying, it helps you resolve it. Bullying is a copying mechanism, yeah? So a lot of the times, bullies are bullies because they've been bullied, yeah? So when you understand that, you understand that you can relate to the person that's actually bullying you, yeah? Just thinking that, yeah, helps you better understand what you're dealing with. Tip number 2, if you feel safe enough, speak to the person that's bullying you. I'll give you an example. You could have a group of mates and you could say something that might offend someone, but you might not realise you've offended them. And a lot of the time, that happens all the time, especially with me. I'm always ripping my mates. They ain't getting my jokes, yeah? Don't understand why. Everyone gets my jokes. Back to the point. So, with that said, everybody has a different threshold. So, sometimes, yeah, if you get an opportunity to speak to the person that's bullying you, yeah, they might not even know they're bullying you. You see what I'm saying? You might be able to squash it without going through all the dramas. So, if you feel safe and you can address it with them, yeah, speak to them about it. Yeah? And you might find that this issue that you're suffering from, a form of anxiety or stress at home, you're stressed out, you're bullied, squash it. Tip number 3, don't be silent. 45% of people suffer from bullying and don't share it with anyone. What does that do? Clutters your brain and causes you stress and high levels of anxiety. It leads to being unproductive, yeah? Which could affect your career, your school life, it could affect your social circles. I know it's hard, but don't be sitting in that 45% and make sure you share it with someone. Doesn't matter who you share it with. It could be anyone, but you have to share it with someone. Don't keep it a secret, especially not from your family. Tip number 4, bullying is a criminal offence. And I know some people are like, leave it out, mate. It's only a little bully here and there, only nicked his chocolate bar. No, mate. If you physically hurt someone, it's a criminal offence. If you sexually assault someone, it's a criminal offence. If you're prejudiced against someone, it's a criminal offence. If you're online and you're bullying someone online, it's a criminal offence. If you've tried to speak to your teachers, if you've tried to talk to the firm that you work for, and it didn't work and you wasn't successful, if these things begin to get serious, ring the police. If you're ringing in the UK, don't ring 999 because that's only for emergency calls. Unless it's an emergency, ring 111. Tip number 5, don't see yourself as being the problem. You ain't getting bullied because your race, your gender, your appearance, the way you come across, your stereotypes. You are getting bullied because of the attitude of the person that's bullying you. That person is the bully. That person is the problem. Don't think that you're the problem. You need to identify the problem, but listen to me, yeah? You ain't the problem. Hello. Yeah, not too bad, you? What do you think? I just stand here and do vlogs all day? Still got work. 1 minute, I'm back in a minute. Bullying is a learnt behaviour. They weren't born to be bullies. Along their journey of life, things have happened in order for them to become bullies. 45% of people that get bullied shy away from telling anyone. Tip number 6, even if you want to, don't isolate yourself. Don't let the bully dictate how you are as a person. Don't let the bully dictate where you go, what you do, where you can go, where you can't go. Don't be afraid. Don't isolate yourself away from being you. Real talk. Arizona, an American company. Pomegranate and green tea. Healthy living, baby. Still on my diet, baby. Tip number 7, look after your health. 1 in 4 people either suffer from anxiety or depression. A lot of the times, bullying is related to that. Make sure you get plenty of sleep, have a clean diet, make sure you're doing everything in your power to be positive. My 8th tip is this, simple. Create a role model. Some people don't have as much guidance and support when it comes to dealing with bullies, but a role model is key. Now, if you struggle to find a role model, just type online celebrities that have overcome bullying and you'll find some celebrities that have been in similar situations than you have, and hopefully you can kind of steer yourself out of difficult situations. Hopefully the role model will be able to put you in the right direction to kind of get out of what situation you're in regards to bullying. Okay, this is the bonus tip. Now this is the real talk. If everything I've told you fails, yeah, you're suffering anxiety, you told your teacher, you told the police, you told the school, you told your firm, no one's helping you, you're back against the wall, you're getting stressed out, you need help, this is what you do. This is the only way to deal with your bully. Real talk. If you're right-handed, left leg at the front, your feet aren't straight, angle your feet slightly to the right, boom, yeah? This hand goes out. Now, the guideline says this: if the bully touches your hand, if he gets close to your hand, he's invading your space. So bam, there's your perimeter, yeah? He can't get near you now. I'm gonna go at a side angle, you can see it. Hands out, legs are apart, feet are slightly angled out, following that direction, but you're facing this way, yeah? Cool. What you need to do, you need to make sure that your chin is in line with this finger. That's for the bully. Bam, it's in line with that finger, your hands out. I don't want no trouble, leave me alone. If you invade my space, yeah? Right, it's very important that you look at him in the eyes, yeah? It's in the face. He needs to see the intensity into your face, as in, you can't mess with me no more. This arm is in. Now this arm stays here, yeah? Yeah, this arm stays here. You keep it tight. How you doing, you alright? So when he sees that intensity, when he looks into your eye and he sees that intensity, he knows what he's dealing with. He needs to see that, she needs to see that, whatever the situation. Bam! Your hands out, he gets into your perimeter. This is tight, yeah? All of a sudden, Asha! Don't get into my space. Asha! Number 1, I followed through your target. And number 2, I move my hips, use all the power from my back leg. Thank DFC for that, they taught me that when I was a kid. Hope you like this video. I hope it will help those that are suffering from bullying, and I hope it builds a little bit more awareness that bullying still exists. Please subscribe. On the 31st of March, I'm going to watch Anthony Joshua and Joseph Parker at Spearmint Rhinos strip club in London. If you want to know why I'm going, ask my wife, she booked me the tickets. Thanks for watching, please subscribe. Hope you have a great weekend. Peace.